Hello and welcome to episode number 4 of my GTA 3 Let's Play. Today we're going to go ahead and start off with an El Burro mission, because it's the first one that we've done in the playthrough and it'll be the only one that I actually managed to do. Turismo.
This is El Burro at the Diablos. You are new in Liberty, but already you are gaining a reputation on the streets. There is a street race starting by the old school hall near the Callahan Bridge. Get yourself some wheels, and first through all the checkpoints wins the prize.
So yeah, this whole mission is just one big race, and that's important to realise because we need a fast car, and unfortunately the fast car that I wanted to get was not there, so I had to go get a Mafia Sentinel, and I still lost because, well, the reason is that it's not that the car that I got as a replacement isn't fast enough, because I imagine it would be, but I messed up with my driving, so that definitely put me down a little bit. That put me behind, rather, not really put me down, it didn't affect me that much. But yeah, the car is supposed to spawn in that dealership that you just saw there. See, that annoys me when I'm doing commentary and then stuff like this happens, where for some strange reason it sounds like, well, almost as if I've got a lisp. I might have, I have no idea, I don't care. I almost don't care enough. But the point is, we have to go ahead and do this race. Now I end up failing it this time around, but don't worry, at the end of the episode I'll do it properly. For your amusement. And you'll find out that it takes a lot less time to go ahead and do it, because the car that I got is so much faster than this one that, yeah. If you can see our competition, by the way, you will need speed, because those are all very fast cars. They're all a cheater. And he's been knocked out by another one. I don't know whether or not, are these guys scripted to drive like this, or do they just kind of go ahead? I wonder if they are scripted or not, because sometimes it seems that they are. But yeah, we are going to need speed, and unfortunately that just messed me up. Thank you very much, you utter moron. Although I am sort of the moron for not anticipating such a thing happening. So instead I ended up getting this crappy vehicle that nobody will ever want, ever. Well, for a race anyway. Either way, I guess I wanted to talk to you about the hidden pay-for missions in this game. There are some, and I haven't yet done them in the main playthrough. I haven't got footage for them. So what I may do is go ahead and record some more of those before we do the last mission of the game, just to break it up a little bit, because right now, as the footage stands, I'm I think 2 missions off the last one, and I still have the third island's pay-for missions to do. So yeah, I'll sort it all out by the time this is all done though. And you're probably wondering, you know, why do I I've forgotten what I'm going to say. Okay, I'm going to give it away right now. This place is Mafia territory, and that's a bad thing. It's not a bad thing now because we're working for them. However, when we stop working for them, and you'll see when we do that, because I will point it out. Right, I'm going to spoil it. The Mafia betrayers. Wink wink, nudge nudge. Sorry, I spoiled a game that's over 10 years old, and my bad. But basically, that's what happens. And obviously, when we betray them, they get a lot more strong, because now when they betray us, because you know it's them betraying us, not us betraying them. When they start to hate us, they're gonna get shotguns, and shotguns are lethal in this game. And yeah, basically, whenever we come here and they hate us, we're screwed. So this entire area is sort of locked off. It's not physically locked off, there's no barrier. Oh, by the way, mission failed. We'll get them next time. But, yeah, we'll get them at the end of the episode. But you know what I mean? It's dangerous. Very, very dangerous. Right, let's do Tony's last mission, I believe. Which is... Blowfish.
Okay, I've had enough of this shit. We're gonna finish the triads in Liberty once and for all. 8 Ball's rigged a dust cart with a bomb. It's on a timer, so if you mess up, there'll be no evidence. Go and pick up the dust cart. Careful. 8 Ball says it's real sensitive, and the slightest bump could set that thing off. Their fish factory will open its gates for a dust cart, so you can drive right in. Park up between the gas canisters and get the hell out of there. I want it to rain mackerel. We're talking real biblical here, nothing low budget.
And the reason why I said blowfish instead of blowfish is because that's what we're going to be doing, blowing up fish. Blowing up the fish factory that the triads run. So we got to go ahead and collect the dust cart, as Tony calls it. What would I call it, you may ask? A bin wagon. It's a bin wagon. Ain't no garbage truck here, it's a bin wagon. Because it's a wagon and it collects bins. Well, not in the actual game, it just kind of drives around. You know, there's no actual picking up bins stuff. But, yeah. Although I do try to be as international as possible when I'm making videos, I try not to use as much local slang as possible. Because I feel like, as soon as I say it, I then have to explain what it means. Because, you know, there are certain words that I use from where I come from that nobody else uses in the country. Now, I'm not sure about bin wagon, actually. I'm not sure about that. I wonder how many... I really don't know if anyone else uses that. I might actually ask around. I know a couple of people from different parts of the UK, I can probably ask, but... Oh, there's always Google. Google, good old Google, trying to take over the world. Anyway, I almost managed a Liverpudlian accent there. Google, Google, it's a Google. Google it. Anyway. Shut up, Maria. Yeah, that's Maria on the radio, by the way. We have seen her before, I should hope. Yes, we have. Thank goodness. Right. So this, just let us in, right? Park it here. Activate it before you get out, like, not like me, because I'm an idiot. And run. Screw you. Boom. How did everyone around not die from that? $30,000 for that. Get us out of here, please. And... well... that was an explosive development, wasn't it? Well, what was I saying before this? Yeah, I don't really like to use much local slang or dialect. I know a few things. There are things that I do that I just can't control. For example, how I say certain words. That's uncontrollable. Sorry, but the actual dialect part, yeah, I can probably not use that. Another great song from Rise FM that we won't get to listen to until we get back in any vehicle. because we're gonna go see Salvatore.
Leave us alone for a minute. The Colombian cartel is making spank somewhere in Liberty, but we don't know where. And they seem to know everything we're doing before we do. We got us a rat. There's a guy named Curly Bob, works the bar at Luigi's. He's been throwing more money around than he's earning. He ain't pimping or pushing, so he must be talking. He usually gets a taxi home after work, so follow him. And if he's ratting us out, kill him.
Cutting the grass, eh? Right, so what we have to do now is go and whack Curly Bob. You know, because that's a lovely name, isn't it? Not embarrassing at all. Anyway, we have to go kill Curly Bob. And I tried to do a little sneaky maneuver, which I discovered by accident, actually. The sneaky maneuver is this, is that you get in a taxi and you wait outside the place. So then he gets in your car and he thinks you're the taxi driver and you drive him to where he wants to go. So then you don't have to do all this following malarkey, trying not to spook him and all that lot. Is malarkey universal? An interesting question. Anyway, here is Curly Bob, and he doesn't get in my car, because I thought he would, but now he wants to get in that car, so... Don't ask me why he didn't get in mine. Is my taxi not good enough for you, sir? You shower of bastards. Utter bastards. Okay. Don't get too close, I'm 7 or 8 car lengths away from you. Goodness me. How paranoid is he again? Is there a scale for how paranoid someone is? I'd love for there to be a scale, because I want to put this idiot on a scale. Because look, I'm ages away from him. I was 7 or 8 car lengths away from him, and yet he was spooked. What, am I that suspicious with my partially damaged taxi? Come on, man. Come on, this is normal.
This guy's really special. Kind of like a romantic cruise, but he can't walk on water. Alright, let's go to the phones.
Right.
You're on Chatterbox.
So he is going to the docks. That's his final destination. And when he gets in the car with you, it tells you that. So it's kind of cool. It's nice that there's a hidden way of doing it. But we followed him all the way here anyway. It wasn't too much of an issue.
And exactly what have I inspired you about?
Well, okay, right now I live at home.
Right.
Soon, like next week, dude, I'm moving
And he stopped and he's getting out.
to Big 4-0, and it's just time to...
Here comes our little friend, Mr. Big Mouth himself.
Were you followed? You know what goes on here is our little secret, amigo.
No, I wasn't followed. You got my stuff?
Here's your spank, squealer. Now talk.
Okay, so the Leons are fighting wars on 2 fronts. They're in a turf war with the Triads, with no sign of either side giving up. Meanwhile, Joey Leone has stirred up some bad blood with the Forellis. Every day they're losing men and influence in the city. Salvatore's becoming dangerous and paranoid. He expects everybody and everything.
And with loyalty like yours, what has he possibly got to worry about?
Right, whack Curly Bob. Let's whack him. Because why not? Die. $15,000. And free shotgun ammo and... oh, a wanted star that we don't need. Hooray. Yeah, that's actually interesting. That's one of the things about the older GTAs, collecting stars. Now, no offense to Rockstar, but how useful is that? Unless you know the location of a lot of stars in the game, how would you reasonably do that. I'd rather just head to a pain splitter to lose my wanted level instantly in return for some cash. You know, I give them cash to, you know, get the police off my back. Anyway, here we go. Here's quite an important mission. Bomb the base.
The cartel has got bottomless funds from pushing that spank crap. If we make an open attack on them, they'll wipe the floor with us. They must be making spank on that big boat that Curly led you to. So we gotta use our heads. Or rather, one head. Your head. I'm asking you to destroy that spank factory as a personal favor to me, Salvatore Leone. If you do this for me, you will be a made man. Anything you want. Go and see 8-Ball. You'll need his expertise to blow up that boat.
Right, so before we bomb the base, we have to go visit 8-Ball, and 8-Ball is the sort of bomb expert guy, and we need him to make a bomb big enough so that it will blow up the entire ship, and bye bye big ship, bye bye everyone on it, and maybe bye bye 8-Ball. No, he doesn't die. Though we never speak of him again after this, by the way. No, I'm serious, we don't speak of him after this. So that's great. Now let's go and see him. Bomb the base Act 2.
Yo, my man. Salvatore phoned ahead, but a job like this is gonna need a lot of fireworks. I'll need $100,000 to cover expenses. But you know, with me, you get a lot of bang for your buck. Come back, brother, when you have the money.
Right, here we go. So we have to give him $100,000 of our own money. Next time, by the way, in the next episode, we'll do the full bomb the base mission. Although saying that, at this point in the game, I don't know how you could not have $100,000 at least. I mean, we've got 238 grand, and that was just from doing all the ones to get us here. We didn't do any optional stuff. So yeah. Right, let's go ahead and get this car from the dealership. Because, you know, last time we didn't, and we are going to win this race now. We have the technology, and we can rebuild him. Oh dear. You know that most of the references that I ever use are probably from films that I've never seen before. That's a fact, by the way. The internet makes it hard not to pick up references like this. And, you know, I was watching an interesting video from Cinemassacre, who are basically, you know, the people behind Angry Video Game Nerd, who I like watching very much. I like angry people. But people that are angry and funny at the same time, not angry and threatening. Because that's a bad combination, obviously. But anyway, watching a video about it, and there are some misquoted references from films, like one from Star Wars, for example, Luke, I am your father. But Darth Vader never says Luke, he just says, I am your father. So, yeah, he was directing it at Luke, but come on, it's incorrect. Although some people swear that they saw a version where he said, Luke, I am your father. And with the amount of, you know, editing that went into Star Wars with George Lucas and whatnot, could be, but anyway, the proper name for all this is called technically the Mandela Effect, because it's named after Nelson Mandela, and the fact that he, the fact that people thought that he was in prison and died when he was released on live TV. A lot of people, for some reason, remember a news broadcast saying that he died within prison. So I can imagine the confusion when they found out that, yes, he's still alive, or at least was alive when all that was taking place. He's not alive anymore, the poor man. But, rest in peace, Nelson Mandela. The point is, that's why it was named, because a lot of people thought that they saw or heard something that turned out never to have happened, and the brain is sometimes good at things like that, remembering things that have never happened, creating false memories. Another one that the angry video game nerd likes to point out is the Berenstain Bears, or Berenstein Bears. What's going on there then? We never had those books actually, but we had the TV show, I can remember that. But anyway, apparently they were called the Berenstein Bears, according to some people. However, they're actually Berenstain Bears, named after the two, I think the husband and wife writers that, you know, came up with the books. They're the Berenstains, so yeah. Anyway, the Mandela effect is interesting to me. Interesting, very much so. And I imagine there's a few memories in my head that aren't correct. And if I remember any, I'll let you know, but congratulations, you won with an incredible time of 151 seconds. I do not care, I am going to leave now. End of the episode after all. Well done for sticking around. I know my voice is horrible. But anyway, next time we'll do the bomb the base mission, and maybe looking forward to that, you may not be, depending on what you think of this playthrough. Anyway, I'll see you next time in episode 5. Bye for now.